So want to grow at home easily. So in this series, in this video, we are going to see a special medicinal plant. The name of the plant is Brahmi or Gotu Kola or Mandukaprani, Saraswati, or botanically it is known as Centella Asiatica. Centella Asiatica, it is commonly known as Indian pennywort or Asiatic pennywort. It is a herbaceous plant. It is actually a perennial plant in the flowering plant family Apiaceae. It is more known as Gotu Kola, has enjoyed a long history as a medicinal herb in the Orient. So it is an evergreen perennial and it is a creeping ground cover. It is suitable to plant in the warm area. So this is an interesting medicinal plant. It can grow just like that. You can get this plant most of the nurseries. You can raise this plant just by using the plant itself, or you can use the seeds also. But growing seeds are a little bit tedious, and getting seeds also tedious and it is costlier. So the simple way is get a plant from nursery and you can multiply the plants very easily. So this is an interesting medicinal plant. It can grow just like that. You can get this plant most of the nurseries. This plant, as I told, very simple to grow. Assume that you got the plant from nursery and follow the two conditions. One is put the plant in natural indirect bright light to start with, and number two, do not repot at least for 1 to 2 weeks after receiving the plant. The reason is that the plant has to adapt or acclimatize in your new environment. So wait for at least 1 to 2 weeks. So put the water, sprinkle the water gently and make sure that the soil is consistently moist. Now this is the right time to replant the plant. So after 1 or 2 weeks, once the plant got acclimatized in your ecosystem, now this is the time for replacement. So dig a hole. It should be very shallow here. Then put the plant in the hole and replace the soil. Then tamping firmly, gently. Then put the water sufficiently and thoroughly water it after planting. So maintain the plant and make sure that it is consistently moist. In general, it will take 1 to 2 weeks to grow, and it is having a special structure called stolons. So using the stolons, the plant actually crawl on the soil. So you can cut in the right place, and each one grows an individual plant. So this plant has many medicinal properties. Particularly, it is useful for memory enhancement. So this plant has many medicinal properties. Particularly, it is useful for memory enhancement. So this plant has many medicinal properties. Particularly, it is useful for memory enhancement. So this plant has many medicinal properties. Particularly, it is useful for memory enhancement. So don't forget to subscribe our channel. So we will give more interesting plant information. So don't forget to subscribe our channel. So we will give more interesting plant. So you can see the flowers of this plant. It's actually very small flowers. So you can see the flowers of this plant. It's actually very small flowers. So you can see the flowers of this plant. It's actually very small flowers. So you can see the flowers of this plant. It's actually very small flowers. So you can see the flowers of this plant. It's actually very small flowers. So you can see the flowers of this plant. It's actually very small flowers. So you can see the flowers of this plant. So the plant size is usually 8 inches tall and about 3 feet wide. It thrives in bog-like conditions, making it an ideal choice for gardens, even with moist soil and a lack of strong direct sunlight. It is also tolerant of most soil types. It may include clay, sand, and loam. So you can propagate this plant using seeds, or even the plant itself you can able to get. So you can see the seeds of this plant. This is a very peculiar seeds. Even very strong seed also. But getting growth from seeds, it will take time, and the germination rate also very less. So try to grow Gotu Kola from plant itself. And moreover, the seeds are costlier also. So in general, you will get lot of growth from a single plant. So within 3 months, you can get full-fledged one. Once it grown well, you can transplant these into some other containers. So getting growth from seeds will take 2 to 3 months time. It will take very longer time. So maintain the growth and keep the containers indoors or in a greenhouse during the winter. And you can see good root system from which it derives nutrients as well as water. So many products you will get Gotu Kola plant, that is a live plant, and even you can get the dried whole plant also. Then Gotu Kola seeds, then Gotu Kola powder. So Gotu Kola powder actually people are using to enhance memory. You can see the growth of Gotu Kola. This actually planted just 3 months back. So within 3 months, it can see the abundant growth. So once it is adapted to the ecosystem, it will grow just like that. So from these, you can cultivate many number of plants. So you can grow this plant in pots. You can grow as a tray culture. So even you can grow this as a terrace plant. You can see the growth of Gotu Kola. This actually planted just 3 months back. So within 3 months, it can see the abundant growth. So once it is adapted to the ecosystem, it will grow just like that. So from these, you can cultivate many number of plants. So you can grow this plant in pots. You can grow as a tray culture. So even you can grow this as a terrace plant. You can see the growth of Gotu Kola. This actually planted just 3 months back. So within 3 months, you can see the abundant growth. So once it is adapted to the ecosystem, it will grow just like that. So from these, you can cultivate many number of plants. So in summary, this Vallarai or Brahmi or Gotu Kola plant is an excellent medicinal plant. Number 2, very easy to grow. Number 3, it can grow at any soil types. And number 4, it is useful for memory enhancement. Number 5, you can use this as a greens also. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscription button. We will see in the next video with a new plant. Thank you. Bye bye.